So the biggest question is, what problems, why did they even go to Common Core? What were they trying to figure out? It's not a secret that American students really fall in the middle of the road, at best, in academics in certain areas. And one of them that we found, there's this international test called TIMS, T-I-M-S, and basically it shows, and you've probably heard, Sweden has better, Denmark has better, Finland has better than the United States. So China has better this than the United States this. So we're ranked internationally, whether we like it or not. And I believe that if you read, the book "The World is Flat," it's getting flatter every day. If you read, the book "The World is Flat," it's getting flatter every day. Our kids actually do compete not only with kids in their school, they're competing for scholarships, jobs, colleges, placement into college, from people from their school, people from their state.
Probably for many of us, the fight for justice begins at home, but then it must go much further. But we also have to do the work in the policy community, because the conditions in which good parenting can occur, good teaching can occur, good learning can occur, have to be structured there.
Excellence and equity are not opposing concepts. The definitions of the words include each other. Excellence without equity is simply not excellence, it is privilege. True excellence requires equity as a precondition. And the fundamental idea that all of the children are ours is the idea that I think societies have to grapple with.
If you look at what nations have done that have gone from having lower achieving and inequitable systems to high achieving and equitable systems, places like Finland, Singapore, Korea, and others.
You're absolutely right. It has become complex. Some of the countries, for Finland, for example, we have 20% childhood poverty. I mean, kids are coming differently than in Finland, which is 2% childhood poverty. I mean, kids that come to schools in America are different, and sometimes they need additional support in some areas, and sometimes they need acceleration in the others.
Finland had a brief period where they were up high. Now they're not even the European leader anymore.
The big elements of the system that Peter keeps talking about are what they invested in. Strong early learning and, a safety net for kids. You can find hints of those elements in the ESEA blueprint, but you actually don't yet see a blueprint in that document for how that system will be built.
I'm going to read two documents that describe Gandhi's philosophy and a document that describes Ho Chi Minh's philosophy. So these are two people who, faced with injustice, right, faced with the imperialism, the colonizers who are occupying their country, have tried to figure out what is the best way for me to gain my freedom.
And who controlled it? Who's they?
Like the president.
Good, so the white
government,
right? What do we do with Malcolm X's comments then?
That he was right, that they gave in a little bit.
Good, so you're not going to sweep it under the rug, right? You're not going to silence it, you're going to include it. And then you wonder why textbooks don't.